I'm a mother, and I'm a small business owner, and I'm extremely sympathetic to the plight of those who wish to raise the minimum wage. But as a small business owner, I have a responsibility to my employees. I have about 20 to 30 at any given moment employees to take care of. And by raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour, you're making it impossible for me to maintain my payroll for the current employees. I can't pay them. I can't pay everybody that amount. That means I have to cut my staff. So I'm going to be basically causing half of my staff to become unemployed because I can't sustain the cost of paying $15 an hour. I do support an increase in minimum wage. I do. I just can't afford it to be $15 an hour. I would not be opposed to 10, perhaps 12 in increments over a couple of years. But honestly, if I have to pay $15 an hour, I'm slashing my staff and at the same time raising my prices so that I can even afford to continue to pay the staff that I have. So raising my prices, though, of my goods and services is not going to do those of you who get $15 an hour any good, because the cost of living is essentially going up even further. So I don't think that this is the answer. I do believe that we should increase minimum wage from the current $8.25. I do. But this is too big of an increase at this point. I think we need to wait and see what happens in Seattle. Let's wait and gather some data from there.
Mr. Blakemore, everybody, excuse me.
Like I said, I do think that we need to raise the amount. I just can't sustain it for $15 an hour. I can't afford it, and I don't want to lay off my staff. Those people are family to me, and I don't want to let them go. So we have to come to some sort of happy medium here. You're asking us to double. That's 2 times. That means I slash my staff in half.
Thank you very much. Excuse me.
Over $500,000.
Wait.
Talk about big corporations.
I'm a small business owner.
Okay.
I have less than 30 employees.
Okay. Excuse me. We are going to have one conversation. One conversation. We're having one conversation. This is an emotional issue for a lot of people. There are people who have different opinions, and we need to be respectful of everybody who's in the room. There are a lot of people who want to talk, and if we're respectful, we can get through everybody and get their opinions, okay? Thank you very much.
I'm about 61 years old. I live on the north side. 12 years ago, my son was in a car accident and ended up quadriplegic in a wheelchair. I learned how to take care of him. And eventually I took a job taking care of other disabled gentlemen, and I've had that job now for 6-7 years. My son has his own caregiver. And so I can talk about this a little bit from the point of view of the worker myself, but also from the point of view of the family who's hiring a worker. And back then, when I first started hiring workers for my son Nathan to take care of him, at $7 or $8, it was hard to get good people, honestly. You know, if you were hiring somebody to take care of your mom, how much did you want to pay them? Do you want to pay them $7.25, $8.25? Because you can't get people that are safe. You get somebody who's 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, and then 2 months later, they're off to go to school, or they, all that kind of stuff. Increasing the minimum wage, increasing the wages for these kind of workers, important workers to take care of our own families, all of our families, brings a more stable, a more professional, a more reliable workforce. And I've seen it up and down. It's not just my son and my caregivers, but the other people that I take care of, my coworkers. It's all the same way.